Okay, I have this RAM up on the lift here, and I am going here to the output speed sensor, which is there. Okay, now I need to find out how come this is not showing a reading. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna ohms test it, see if it's showing any ohms in here. This is kind of easy to do. Boy, if this sensor is bad, how in the world can a vehicle have everything transmission related bad all at one time? I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I got the sensor here. I'm gonna take it over to the bench and put the meter on it, and I'm gonna do an ohms test on this thing and see how it works. Got another one sitting right here. This is an input speed sensor here. This is our output speed sensor. It has a little nose. So we're gonna look at this meter, see if it gives us some information. You got two pins in here. I'm gonna touch these prongs to both pins, and I'm looking for this to show me a reading. If this doesn't show me a reading, boy, I don't know. I'm not getting a reading on there. Something did something. Oh, I touched the wire. That don't work. That don't count because I touched the prongs by mistake together. The probes. I'm not even getting a reading on this thing. I'm not getting zero. I'm getting zero. Nothing. How in the world can that be? Now, I got this other one over here just to check to see. Look at that. That other one is reading. Now this doesn't even belong. It's 725 ohms. This is a good sensor, and that's from some old sensor I had sitting here. This is the one that I just took out, and see that it doesn't even read. It's a dead sensor. Let me try this again. I want to make sure that I got these probed right. Got them right. Nothing. Nothing. It's reading nothing. Now you see that? Do you see that? Nope, I touched the probe by mistake. I'm up here trying to make it do something. It's not doing nothing. So now do you see that? Do you see that? I'm touching these, nothing. So what? Okay, whoever come across something like this where you got three things bad all at one time that affect the transmission? Three things bad at one time that affects the transmission. Now what in the world do you do? Now after I fix this thing by replacing it, what else is going to be bad? Okay. A bad vehicle speed sensor, speedometer wasn't working. A bad computer, it wasn't sending the right voltage. It wasn't turning on a relay. Now when all of that is fixed, a bad output speed sensor that's not even sending a signal. Now once I replace this and get this right, then what? What's going to be next? Well, I don't know. Maybe the transmission will be bad then. Who knows? But you won't know that until you get all this electronic stuff right. See? Nothing. This one is bad. Nothing. Now we got to change this. Okay. So we got to keep on going with this vehicle. I don't know what else going to be bad on this. May need a transmission after doing all this work. Who knows? Whew. All right. Back with this this red truck and speed sensor. And I got the new sensor here. So let me test this thing. Right away it's reading. Okay. You can see that. Right away it's reading. .662. Okay, 662. That's this one. Okay, now I'm back here. I'm gonna put this new sensor on here. And I'm going to check the scanner once I put this in and see if it can read the output speed sensor signal. Maybe we'll run into another problem. Let's see here. Why this thing on? Alright, that should be in there. Alright, I'm at the output shaft speed right there. Let me see what happens. Park versus neutral. To drive. There it goes. It's reading. And the transmission is shifting. Yes! It's shifting! It's shifting! It's shifting. Yo! It's shifting. I heard it shift. And the speedometer is going even higher. Let's look. There it goes. It's shifting. Look at the RPM gauge going down. Whoa! Okay, so let's look at something. Here, when that output speed sensor wasn't working, the targeted governor pressure, I believe, was like 0. Now it's at 18. The actual governor pressure is 18 psi, and the volts, the governor pressure sensor volts, is 1.6. Let's see. It's shifting. Shifted again. I felt it. So now this vehicle is doing exactly what it was supposed to do. Okay, so now here we had a situation where the output speed, the vehicle speed sensor was not working. It was tested. The speedometer wasn't working. The customer knew that it wasn't working. Tested the vehicle speed sensor and it was bad. Then it still didn't shift. Found out that the computer was bad. Then it still didn't shift, and found out that the output speed sensor was bad. Now it shifts. So you have these issues, and the problem is for those who are mechanics, when you work on vehicles and you have multiple problems like this, the hardest problem is going to be convincing the customer that they have multiple problems that relates to the exact same thing. Now on this one, I'm showing in the video how everything was bad. I've never come across that. I've come across 2 being bad, but 3, I don't even know how this car was riding. I don't know. I don't even have an idea of what happened that would cause everything to be bad all at the same time. I don't even know if everything went bad all at the same time. So this was an unusual situation for me. But if you go through testing procedures and you have patience, you will get it. You'll get it.